Hi there and welcome to the latest edition of the Jersey pre-match show. I'm joined with Big Ek. We're in the Lab Bar in Glasgow, which is just off Buchanan Street. We're having a couple of
I
pints.
wanted to go for a bit of tea and a wee scone or something like that, but no. You know what I mean? I used to be thin before I met him. No much.
Anyway, we're previewing the game tonight at Ibrox Rangers against Hibs. Before we go on to tonight's game, I think we have to do a wee sort of reflection on Saturday's result again. Great result. One bad thing that's came out of it obviously is injury to Ryan Jack. He won't feature tonight.
I know.
And I saw him putting on Instagram that a wee sort of never a foul, a slipped. Good wee photograph with Willie Colin in the background looking right at that.
It was an outstanding referee performance by Willie Colin. I've never seen anything like that all season. Managed to enrage both his supporters and all the players. Really confusing from him, but it's almost like he's almost getting away with it because we're just waiting. We get 110 minutes maybe out of Ryan Jack.
Yeah.
Including like no conceding in one half at Parkhead and then a 5-goal victory on Sunday. It's almost like this is what can happen. We get this guy back. So I absolutely gutted that he's not going to be there tonight, but I hope he's been part of this kind of regeneration that we've hopefully seen in the last game and a half, if you like, and we've got enough to keep us going tonight.
It's frustrating because I think again you did see on Sunday what he can bring. I think the only positive I think you can get out of it is the fact that it's not the same injury. It's a separate injury with lots of things, and he seems. Well, the news for the club seems to be that it's nothing too serious and he'll be back soon, but still frustrating.
As much as I love Gio, I wish he would stop doing that thing in his press conferences where every time we talk about Ryan Jack, he gets us all sweating by going, he's no playing anymore. he's fit, he's ready to go. And I'm like, Gio, come on, what? I think what's happened is the form has kind of went since we come back from the winter break. We've started looking to players, individual players, individual injury situations, or people going to Africa Cup of Nations or whatever World Cup qualifiers as being the solution. I'm thinking in a strange way tonight though, Ryan Jack being away gives Giovanni Van Bronckhorst a chance to say, no, it was me that just got a hold of them at half time at Parkhead and just decided this was my Rangers. But the kind of hangover from the Steven Gerrard days is now gone. The inconsistency is gone, and it's about Gio rather than any one individual. Because I think a lot of us just thinking it's Ryan Jack that's got us regenerated. And it was quite fortunate as well that we got Brian Kamara on for a good 20 minutes at the end. Stephen Davis come on later as well, but I think we're both kind of thinking it's going to be Glenn tonight, isn't it? With Lundstrom, which is something we never thought we'd be saying as well. Another kind of feather in the cap, feather in the for Gio.
Which segues nice into the sort of topic I was going to go into next, and that's the team for tonight. I mean, we were having a wee sort of discussion on the WhatsApp earlier on in the Jersey WhatsApp about the predicted team. I think we're looking at Kamara coming in for Ryan Jack, and that's about it. I can't see any change at all, really.
That's it, and I think, Gio's mentioned in his press conference, it wasn't just about the tactics, it's about character, and that's why I can't help developing this wee narrative, because it suits me that Gio just gave them enough rope to hang themselves. He didn't want to be seen to be trying to mend something that wasn't broken when he first arrived, but when he got to Parkhead, that was the nadir. We've really, it's since before Steven Gerrard arrived, since we've lost a game by 3 goals. It was catastrophic, and that let Gio just go and take control. And I think we were looking at him thinking, Bakuna, a tourist at international, but a Dutch colony. He's basically brought up in Holland. This is the kind of guy, a ball player that Gio will get something out of, and Lundstrom's the kind of fella that Gio will just punt. And I actually like the fact that it's gone the opposite way. In the last few weeks, Bakuna's away, went to Birmingham, and the John Lundstrom that we all kind of hoped we would see turned up on Sunday at the most opposite time. He's overseen the best run of form this season, and we're kind of thinking that was maybe doing a kind of new manager bounce, but he's also overseen their worst run of form this season as well. And tonight we're going into a game looking to win 2 league games in a trot for the first time this calendar year. It's a strange thing to say. We've even had the same result of any kind in two successive games since we come back for the winter break. So I'm hoping that tonight's is about kind of confirming that it wasn't just a response on Sunday, it was a start of a new consistency.
Yeah. On Lundstrom, he really is. He's a bit of a riddle wrapped around a conundrum. You can never really work out what he is, because at one minute you know, I thought, you know, the early part of the season, a few really good games, and you started to see, okay, but this is what this guy's capable of. Then he just disappears altogether. I had a strong feeling he would be moving on.
No,
in
we
January.
thought he was going,
and that's not happened. He's still here, and now yet again for about the third time this season, we're thinking this could be the rebirth of his Rangers career.
Well, the thing we were all hoping for at the beginning of the season, that I was certainly maybe seeing it because I wanted to see it, was that he was linking up with Steve Davis and Glenn Kamara, you know, in a way that Ryan Jack used to, you know, because Ryan Jack was injured at the beginning of the season. You know, as we know, he's been injured for most of the season. Yeah, that never really seemed to happen, and I think it's quite ironic that the game Ryan Jack starts is the one that it's him and Lundstrom linking up, but knowing the way that we're looking towards that kind of midfield of Davis, Kamara, Jack, a permanent two to that three, that certainly made me always feel kind of safe and warm and fuzzy, you know, when they were playing the last few seasons.
Warm and fuzzy.
That's it. Just that stuff. But to actually have it been John Lundstrom and Ryan Jack, you know, and them, I think producing, well, that was their best performance this season. It's been quite a kind of, it's been a really pleasant surprise, and it's shown a depth to the squad that we're not really, I don't think we're really kind of appreciating, that we're never going, like, we've got like Philip Hollander, who's absolutely class, but is constantly injured. Ryan Jack, same thing. You know, and then we've got players who maybe Ryan Kent can be a bit moody, doesn't always go for him, you know, try as he might. There's that, we have this idea that there's going to be 10, 11 players who are absolutely brilliant at their positions and they're going to perform, you know, they're going to be able to play at some point, you know, for the rest of the season. It's never going to work like that, you know. And I think Gio has got a real grasp of that straight away, and he's also he's let the fans know that this is all right, it's okay to do it that way, you know. And I think he's let the players know that as well. You're going to get game time, you know, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if we can do it tonight against a team whose post-Christmas form is far worse than ours.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that it's Hibs tonight, and you were talking earlier on about, you know, conceding 3 goals last week at Celtic Park, because the last time we done one of these videos, we conceded 3 goals against Hibs in the semi-final. Things have changed since then, I would say. You know, and more than anybody, Morelos. I mean, you look at Morelos' performance that night at Hampden, it's arguably the worst performance I think he's ever given for the club. And when you look at him now and the difference he made, I mean, he rejuvenated us on Sunday against Hearts. You know, his form now is outstanding. You know, and he's involved in every goal on Sunday. He usually does score against Hibs, and you would hope he would do so again tonight.
Absolutely, and I think, I mean, Gio against Hearts, you know, a team in maroon, it's a great response, you know, to go in 3 goals with the reply at Parkhead. He did the same in his very first game in charge. We just went 3 goals against a team in green and white. At Hampden, comes out against Sparta Prague, who usually play in maroon, and that's probably their second best performance this season. And I think what Morelos' form proves, and as you say, that he's losing the weight and all that, he's just been generally sharper. He's the kind of main argument against my worry this season, that Gio didn't really have it. You know, that Gio was being too nice after the poor result at Pittodrie and the poor result at Ross County, and he was maybe just hadn't really got the idea that Scottish football had changed so much since he was here. I mean, why I would think that, I don't know. I'm just panicking, obviously, because it's such a tight league race. But Morelos has been improving since day one. Since you say, I mean, his last game without Giovanni Van Bronckhorst and Charles was that abysmal cup semi-final, and he's been getting better and thinner and more electric up until Saturday's, which is the Sunday. It's probably the best performance of his career for Rangers. So he's shown that there's something there. You know, that there's real quality in Van Bronckhorst's kind of stewardship of the club. And we've also got to remember that before Van Bronckhorst arrived, I mean, we're shipping points under Gerrard. You know, there's been a malaise that's way beyond Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, and I was really keen, probably since everybody else, to attribute it to a hangover for last season, to give the players, you know, a bit of a break. But from getting stuffed at the Champions League qualifiers home and away by Malmo to that moment where we didn't actually have a manager in charge against Hibs, it's not been happening at all. So it's been unfair of me to blame that on Gio, and I just hope tonight we can go out and for the first time put together 2 really comprehensive wins on the bounce. I
mean, on Hibs as well, I mean, obviously Maloney's arrived. I've not watched a huge amount of Hibs since he's arrived, but I hear a lot of my mates saying that they're trying to play very expansive for the back and leaving themselves wide open. They obviously don't have Boyle anymore, who punished us that day at Hampden. So you're hoping if they go down that road, it'll play into our hands.
Aye, yeah, absolutely. I don't know that they can. I don't know that they will, though. I think they're now in that situation where they can be classic Hibs, which is, it's always Aberdeen that our fans pick on as being the team that raises their game against us, you know, when they're in a bad form. But
well, you'll see the difference tonight in Aberdeen's performance.
We've got good evidence of that, but I always feel as if down the years, through the decades even I've been watching Rangers, Hibs just have most consistently pulled off absolutely stunning results against Rangers at Ibrox in the middle of abysmal form.
Yeah.
You know, but this is, I think they've scored one goal. No, they scored 2 goals in the league since they come back. They were both against Livingston and they get beat after being in the league twice. They've had, they've only won. They have beat Rangers, but it was Cove Rangers after extra time.
Yeah.
You know, in the Scottish Cup, and it's been Easter Road. They were terrible against Hearts by all accounts. You know, they've lost against Mirren. They'll be dying to get away from Easter Road. But seeing Sunday, Colin, we won 2 corners within the first minute. And that came from Alan McGregor launching the ball forward to Alfredo Morelos. This talk about Gio being a pragmatist, it's not just about keeping the 0. You know, I think we're in a situation where I'm being as guilty as anybody else. I've seen a Dutch guy is wanting to be kind of cultured and expansive, and Sean Maloney is being, you know, classically Scottish. And it's the other way about, and it's actually working better for Gio, and I hope that continues in big style.
Yeah, so before we wrap things up, having a wee sort of peek to Saturday's game against Annan, wee chance that Hollander could make an appearance at that apparently, and that's another bonus as well. You know, you see players coming back into it. I mean, because Hollander is so important to Rangers, I think.
Oh God, I absolutely. You know, and I think if Sean Maloney is going to do anything tonight with Hibs, he should be try to hit our left hand side. I think if there was any weakness on us, there was maybe between Balogun and Bassey. There was a few moments. Even then, there's a few moments we didn't get things quite right, but there was no kind of hesitancy. You know, we really enjoyed the scrap on Saturday. Sorry, on Sunday there, but I would like. Have Annan still got the plastic pitch? I don't know. I've tried not to watch Annan for the bad memories it brings back.
I know.
You know, but we seem to be playing teams that we've had 0-0s with in the lower leagues in the Scottish Cup this season. But I don't know if we'd want to come. I'd want him to come back on a plastic pitch. But apologies to Annan if they've changed it back to the grass. But we need to get the big man back in the team as well. I love Balogun. You know, I think he's a cracking big player, but Hollander, different gravy.
I think he's a different level. We'll try and get some content out after the game, just see how we're fixed.
Yes,
how you thinking?
How sober we are.
If we don't get anything out, we'll have the preview show on Friday for the game against Annan on Saturday. So keep your eyes tuned on the YouTube channel, and bye for now.